it's painful to think about. It really is. It's very painful to think about because you like put yourself you want to protect that child. This child is yourself, by the way, your past self, and you cannot protect that child because that child is he has disappeared into you. The child is now you now. He's now the adult you, and you feel for that child, and it brings pain to your heart. That child went through something that was unjust in quotes. Well, no, that was unjust. It was unjust and was unfair, and it might have been normalized, just as corporal punishment is normalized, and like and nobody sees anything wrong with it, but it's still not like it's not something to just brush over or gloss over. These things affect us. I mean, there are like children who don't go through corporal punishments now. You would find out that when stuff like that does happen to them, they're going to react like in the appropriate way and say that shouldn't happen. This shouldn't happen. That. Whereas for children who corporal punishment has been normalized since like they were children, they're not going to react that way. They're just going to be like, this is normal. And and that was basically what it was for me. I was like, it's just normal for me to not express myself, for me to see myself as like worthless or like a worm or I don't know, or a maggot or some shit, or like see myself as subhuman looking. It's just normal. And I was moving like that. 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 And if I had not actually like taken that very dangerous and bold step of like going away from my home and like leaving my comfort zone, I might still be on that path. I might still be on that path, but like now that I'm reinventing myself, it's like okay, I can do things this way, I can do. But then what I'm working with was created or has its foundations in like the fact that I was like the fact that I experienced immense emotional neglect as a child. That is what I'm working with now. That is what I'm like picking apart. Like that is what I'm reforming and reshaping into something that I want now. That already exists. That was what was perhaps going to be the whole of my life if I did not like take charge in some way. Take charge is kind of too strong, but if I didn't do like a pivot into like the path that feels that is more aligned to who I am now, it's deep, man, for real. Salt and water, yeah.